Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into the incredible life of Professor Phoolchand Jain Premi, a real titan in the world of Indian scholarship.
You know, the best way to get to know someone is often through the words others use to describe them. And these words, they just perfectly capture the essence of a man whose character was every bit as profound as his work. It was said that if you met him, even for just 5 minutes, you'd never forget him. So here's how we're going to break down his amazing story. We'll start with the man himself, then look at his life's mission, his incredible journey, the impact he had, his truly unique family, and finally, the message he left for all of us.
All right, let's jump right in. What was it about Professor Premi that made him such a powerful role model?
Well, for starters, for more than 50 years, half a century, he was this tireless guardian of India's intellectual heritage, especially within the Jain tradition. His entire life was built around one single mission: protecting and sharing this ancient wisdom. And get this, at 75, he was still going strong, working with the kind of passion you'd expect from someone in their 20s. It just goes to show you, a real commitment to knowledge, well, it doesn't have an age limit. So, when we say a life dedicated to knowledge, what did that actually look like? What was his focus?
His expertise was just staggering. We're talking ancient languages like Sanskrit and Prakrit, the deep waters of Indian philosophy and history, and even archaeology. The man was a true polymath.
Now, to really get a handle on his extraordinary journey, you have to see where it all started. And let me tell you, it was rooted not in privilege, but in sheer purpose.
You can really think of his academic path as this long, dedicated pilgrimage. It all began in a small government school in his village and took him all the way to the highest halls of learning in the sacred ancient city of Kashi.
And this quote, right here, it gets to the very heart of his success. He was totally open about it. His achievements didn't come from being some kind of natural genius. They came from relentless perseverance, from having the courage to face down any difficulty that stood in his way.
And you can see that grit reflected in his career. It was just this steady rise, shaping minds and major institutions at every single step. He didn't just pass through these places, he elevated them, leaving a mark that still felt today.
But, his own work is really only half the story. His greatest impact just might be in the lives he touched as a teacher, a true guru.
I mean, just picture this. People from every walk of life wanted his guidance. You had spiritual ascetics, regular folks from the community, and PhD candidates from all over the world, all learning side by side in a circle of knowledge.
And his commitment wasn't just confined to the university. He actually created learning communities for the general public, empowering so many people, including a huge number of women, to master ancient languages like Prakrit. And here's the thing that really says it all. His teaching was a genuine service. He shared everything he knew completely selflessly, without ever expecting any personal or financial gain. For him, knowledge was purely a gift to be given.
This absolute dedication to knowledge then extended into one of the most unique parts of his story, his family. Professor Premi didn't just build his own career, he was his wife's biggest champion. After they were married, he fully supported her as she went on to earn her BA, her MA, and then her PhD, becoming a celebrated scholar herself. It was a true partnership in life and in learning. So, inspired by the traditions of Kashi, he had this vision of creating his own Gharana, a lineage of scholars. And wow, did he succeed. All of his children earned doctorates in the field, and he even guided his nephews down the very same path. This was no accident. It was his mission. He deliberately set out to make sure the knowledge he treasured would not only survive, but actually thrive for generations to come, starting right there in his own family. So when you take a step back and look at this whole picture, what's the ultimate takeaway? What's the message from a life so completely dedicated to knowledge and service?
Well, for one thing, his huge contribution definitely did not go unnoticed. Over his lifetime, he received more than 15 major awards from all kinds of organizations, social, academic, and governmental, all celebrating his incredible service.
And these weren't just any awards. We're talking about some of the most respected honors in all of India, including the prestigious President's Award in 2018. That's the nation's highest recognition for a scholar of classical languages.
And this, right here, is his message to the world. It's such a powerful reminder that real success, the kind that lasts, isn't just about talent. It's born from honest work, pure intentions, and a deep,
deep commitment to making your life meaningful.
So we end with this question. How do you really build a legacy of knowledge? Well, Professor Premi's life gives us the answer, loud and clear. It's not just through books and lectures. It's built through unwavering dedication, profound humility, and by inspiring the next generation to pick up the torch and carry it forward.